Welcome back in, everybody. This is going to be the second series. Unfortunately, we've already said goodbye to one of the teams. The Amiga have officially been relegated to Division 2. But coming into this next series, Navi, VP, Navi still have it all to play for. They need to win at least one series between the VP series and the Amiga series to keep themselves in Division 1. And coming into this second series now, like I say, VP clear favorites, but Hurry, what can Navi do? Have they shown any good points in the games that we've seen that they might be able to bring into the second series?
Oh, man, everything, I kind of expect from Navi is utilize VTune's timings, but VTune hasn't been looking as good as he was, let's say, 2 years ago. So I think Navi are looking, considering their lineup, when I saw them, they're looking weak to what I expected them to how strong I expected them to be. So I'm not sure what to expect from Navi overall. For me, they just haven't been playing up to the standards to some of the players that they have. It's not gonna be H2O today though. It's gonna be Malady. Though
Yep.
I'd argue, even though Malady's higher rank overall last season, he was very successful with Hellraisers in Division 2. I think they played better with H2O. So I'm not sure. I think VP are the favorites, maybe even the heavy favorites. I think if they watched Navi play, other than Hellraisers in terms of tactics, in terms of setting up the map for yourself for success, they have been the best team in that in the league. So I think if they watch Navi, they can exploit the slow pace at which they play and just win on the back of that without giving them a chance.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see what they can do coming into this series because, like you say, Navi maybe not looking a step below Virtus.pro's level. So Virtus.pro, again, they are still fighting for that potential tiebreaker to go into the major. And all they can do is win the series, and then they have to wait to see what Hellraisers do up against Darkside. So they have to come into this game with the head screwed on. They need to be aware of what this game could offer them. Even a fresh rebuild team. We look at Virtus.pro again. It is a completely new roster to last time we saw VP. And again, a lot of people thought that they were going to be a mid-table, maybe even a relegation team. So the fact in Tour 1, they're already potentially contesting towards one of those major slots, which if we were like another region, like one of the regions that has it easy with the 4 slots, they would be potentially on track to go to this major. But because they are fighting for 3 here, Hellraisers, Virtus.pro, both of these teams need to step up today.
Yeah, I would rather be in a region where there are 3 slots than be in a region where a TI runner-up is being relegated. So it's not that bad. I don't think anyone in Eastern Europe is complaining a bit too much. The competition though is tough this time around, considering that you have Spirit and Bedboom, who are kind of, even from the start, we didn't even get hyped when they qualified for the major. Oh, they qualified for the major, woohoo, right? Because we knew that it was gonna happen, or we're pretty sure that it was. But this third spot, Hellraisers, they did surprise me. They're looking really powerful, and it is. Virtus.pro, if they win this one, they have a chance, but it would require Hellraisers to lose against Darkside, and that is unlikely to happen, to say the least.
Yeah, and looking through the full list of teams, is there any surprises in the entire table? Looking here for the Eastern European region, are you looking at anyone going, well, they shouldn't be there? Didn't expect that.
No big surprises. I think Darkside was expected to do slightly better, but overall, Bedboom, Team Spirit, top. I would have, if I was making a a power ranking, it would be Team Spirit, Bedboom, or Bedboom, Team Spirit, doesn't matter. Then Hellraisers or Darkside, and then pretty much what it is right now. Virtus.pro, One Move Navi, and Amiga. That would be kind of the fighting. Of course, some of the teams I expected more from them. I expected, let's say, in Amiga to get more games off of their opponents. That would be the one thing I expected them to play a different kind of Dota. But in terms of standings, I don't think anyone will look at the standings and say, "Oh man, this is so surprising. I never would have thought that this could be the end result." I think it's quite fair how it ended.
Yeah, and there is a bit of a delay in the lobby, guys, so we are going to be getting to the game as soon as that draft is up. But for now, just looking ahead at these two teams, again, Navi, they need this to keep themselves up. And again, if they do win a series and Darkside lose up against Hellraisers, Darkside could be set into a relegation battle between One Move, Navi, and themselves. And that's one of the things that I didn't think I'd be saying coming into these new. You look at the team that Darkside have with Ramses. Rabel is a reliable mid laner as well. Fogus probably. I think you said as well, one of the weakest links in Darkside at the minute.
Yep, DK Fogus has been a tier 2, tier 3 player for a very long time. It's nice seeing him in Division 1. I think he's actually doing quite well. But, you're always going to have trouble playing in tier 1 Dota, right?
Yeah.
And he just needs some time adjusting. Sometimes you're a little bit too slow. Sometimes you don't respect that the enemies can catch you, because if they can, they probably will. And then you look like the weakest link. I think that he himself, just, thinking about it a little bit, maybe help a little bit of help from his teammates, and he can get into it. He can be a big offlaner, though. I think Darkside, there was a lot of talk even in the chat, like, oh, these guys are gonna be stopping to play together. They're not. They might even find some. They might even find some stand-ins. I didn't believe in that one. I hoped that they were gonna stay together, and for now, no stand-ins have been announced. Though I do think if they get relegated, that they're gonna be switching some players probably for the second series. But if they get relegated, there is a chance that the whole lineup falls apart. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, because of course when you see names like this, you have really high expectations.
Yeah. Did you see the rumor that came out recently? A day and a half ago? That
I heard a rumor, but I don't remember.
Ramses got invited to Secret.
Oh, okay. So,
now,
you know what is fun? That in Dota, these rumors usually end up being true,
yeah.
right? I very rarely find a rumor like, yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen. It could, who knows?
Well, it came from Maelstrom, one of the the Eastern European casters. And so it's one of the things, if you're talking to them at the high levels, Ramses maybe let's live that, yeah, I've been invited to Secret, no big, like everybody gets invited. It's not a big deal. But with Secret going down, rest in peace, Secret Division 1 and probably TI hopes. But, that might change. Ramses may be reconsidering if he even was leaning towards Secret in the first place.
I mean, I don't think so. That the TI hopes are gone. Secret is winning TI this year. That's just how it was. It was 5-6, 4-3-2, and now it's finally time for them to win. Last year, everyone thought they were not going through, and then through the last chance qualifiers, they got the number 2 in TI. So they might have gone down right now, but it doesn't mean they won't come back up.
I was going to say there is no, depending on what happens with the major, there is no last chance qualifiers for Puppy to, fluke his way through. I don't actually want to say fluke, but to work the way through. So they would have to do it in the regional qualifiers. There would be no last chance. They, again, missing out on the major in the first major, the second major, because they're obviously going to be in Division 2 in Tour 2. So their only chance is then, first place in Tour 3, finishing first in like the major, or going through those closed European regional qualifiers.
Easy.
Yeah, just easy. Just easy. Yeah, that's all he's doing. He's taking half the year off because he knows we don't need to put any effort in until like the last tour.
Yeah, I mean, he's saving his strength. Because everything is going to be so close to each other every DPC season. You don't have much time to rest. You don't have much time to improve. And he's like, okay, you guys are just using a lot of your energy, and I'm going to be ready for TI, But with that being said, finally the coordinator is fixed, and Virtus.pro and NAVI can start the fight. And this is going to be an interesting series. Just a couple of years ago. Okay, now it's more than a couple of years ago. We've got an old Rob. But back in our times, these were the
turn to pick.
No, I am pretty old. Yeah, I'm ancient in terms of esports standards, sitting at 32. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Yeah,
you're ancient in all standards.
Thanks.
Anyways, this used to be back in our time like the two best Eastern European teams, Virtus.pro and NAVI. Now one of them is maybe gonna get relegated from Division 1, and the other one, maybe they get to a major.
Yeah. They are going to be doing the best to get through, take, like, say, Virtus.pro. They're banning out that Ricky, immediately taken care of. I wonder if Navi, do they want to go for the Vistage here as well, or is that going to be Virtus.pro's next set of bans?
I don't think you go for a Visage. There's no Ricky. Navi without with the Visage, without the Ricky, haven't been looking as strong. Plus, Rubik is not the ideal laning partner. Right off the bat, in the lane, the Treants are a hard thing for you to deal with. So no, I think Visage is off the table completely here for Navi.
What is it? Is there anything else that you've seen Navi playing well that they might look towards then in this draft with the Ricky Visage combo being banned out, or the Ricky being banned out already?
I think they did a good job dealing with Alina. I think what I was most impressed by them was their draft with the Drow, Venge, and stuff like that, dealing with Alina. Nature's Prophet is close to that one, so get some catch for the Nature's Prophet, and you could go for a lineup like that, something that deals well with ranged heroes. I wouldn't mind something like Avenge Drow. It really wouldn't surprise me for Navi, but there's so many options you can go for.
Yeah, I think this is the first Primal Beast game that Navi have played. No, Nikki Cool played it. No, okay, no, Nikki Cool's played it 3 times. Okay, never mind. There was just a long list of heroes, players that have already played this hero, so I was just trying to quickly look through. But yeah, Nikki Cool has played this Primal Beast 3 times already.
And probably has lost quite a lot of them. He has won against one move, though. He was quite good at creating space. I think the way that they played against one move is that Nikki Cool was the sacrificial lamb. They played with the Ursa and the and the Enigma then. And then they looked towards the late game. So last time when I saw them win with the Primal Beast is when they had a really strong late game around it, and Nikki Cool was constantly fighting, just not being that powerful. So could be that route as well. It's not out of the question for sure.
Okay, and Virtus.pro, I mean, we talked about the Nature's Prophet in that last series, not really looked incredibly impressive in the Eastern European region. I know other regions are running it, they are finding some success, but here it has been played quite a lot as well. So to be sitting on a 30% win rate as an MP after being such a popular pick, Virtus.pro, they must have a plan to play around this. They must have an idea of how they want to play it.
Well, with the NP, what we saw with the games that he has won is when you don't allow the enemies to fight, you're always in their face. And considering they were the ones to get the Clockwork, I think, as I mentioned previously in the previous series, Clockwork has been the main hero to shut down the Nature's Prophet. And now you have it on your side. So if I'm Virtus.pro, I'm quite happy with the opening.
Yeah. What else? Because the Beastmaster is going to be banned out. Timbersaw was gone there as well. But again, waste of a ban. Don't even need to ban that hero. But yeah, looking at this Virtus.pro, they ban out the Lycan, so they are taking away the Navi's kind of zoo heroes. I forgot the word for a second there. English is hard, guys. English is very hard. Never mind it being my first language, but. So Virtus.pro are taking away the zoo heroes from the side of Navi. Navi, they don't have a lot left in terms of choice if they wanted to go for something like that themselves. Death Prophet is still there, though, which offers a different dimension in the push if Navi want to consider it.
Not sure if you want to go for the Death Prophet here. I would like a support that can build into a 4-staff early, because it's very important. 4 staffs are very important here for Navi. It wouldn't even surprise me if the Rubik gets it very early one. Cogs and the Sprout, and also the Bushwhack. 4-staff is safe from a Bushwhack as well. As soon as you move away from the tree or the tree falls, the stun stops. But they go for the Dawnbreaker. Okay, that's an interesting one. It's a solid one to get out of the Sprout, mind you, and could be a support. Even though I think so far we've only seen it in the core role. Yeah,
I was going to ask you about that. I know in Western Europe, Into the Breach, 2 Variant Success have been running that as a position 1 as a core on the Dawnbreaker. Again, rest in peace, Into the Breach's Division 1 run. But looking at this here, you are going to have that global presence that anytime the Nature's Prophet does try and get a jump off, the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to respond with the Solar Guardian. So maybe the answer that Navi have in the bag against this Nature's Prophet. And I think we saw it last time and it was quite effective too. Because we have seen this I say quote unquote counter, not in the the real terms, but in just being able to deal with the Nature's Prophet's global presence.
The difference here is that the way that the Dawnbreaker works against the Nature's Prophet is that she stays in a lane where the Nature's Prophet is pushing, and then you can join the fight. But the thing is that the supports of Virtus.pro are very good at ganking, so they themselves could get on top of the Dawnbreaker and maybe even kill her, especially with the help of the NP. So that's why they have tools to deal with it, but
10 seconds
it just
remaining.
goes to show that there's not a clear winner in the draft currently.
5 seconds remaining.
How do you feel about the Lesh coming out as well, up against what could potentially be the Primal Beast mid?
No burst on Navi. Navi has a lot of damage, but they don't have burst, right? And the Dawnbreaker and the Primal Beast like to commit, so you're gonna be healing quite a lot. It's not bad. I think Virtus.pro now are going all in on making the towers fall, overtaking the map, and not allowing Navi to play, and then just being super fast around it. So I like it. I think it can work well in their lineup.
Okay, well, Navi looking for this next set of bans. Virtus.pro. Do you run the Prophet as a position 1 or a position 3? Because I think that's where they've had a little bit more success as a 3 than a 1 in like the Eastern European region.
I think Noticed has mostly played it for Virtus.pro. If I'm not it was actually Krillat that played it. So I'm looking at it. Yeah, Virtus.pro when they played it, it was Krillat. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna be him again.
Well, apparently they've both played it once.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. And with Notice they won, but with Krillat, I know with Krillat they lost against Team Spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're leaving it open. Considering they have the last pick, I think that probably the decision hasn't been made just yet. I guess you don't want to be laning against the Dawnbreaker Snapfire, so maybe that's why you put it in the offlane. That would be the only thing that would be a giveaway currently.
Yeah, I suppose the clear up on the Treants, with them coming out early, you've got the Celestial Hammer, you've got that Starbreaker, Snapfire with the Cookie, as well as the Scatter Blast to be able to deal with the ads coming in from the Treant. So, excuse me, the Treant ads moving in. So yeah, maybe you do run it in that offlane, try and avoid that. But maybe they do run the Dawnbreaker as a position 1 then.
Then you run the Nature's Prophet as a 1. It doesn't matter. You just want to dodge that one because the last pick is for Virtus.pro. So they can wait it out and see what Navi are trying to do.
Okay. And what's left here for... I mean, Navi have the next pick. So yeah, if you are running that as the...
10 seconds remaining.
The position 3 on the Dawnbreaker, what would you want to see step up against the Nature's Prophet in the lane?
I mean, there's a lot of heroes that can do relatively well. Whatever you get, it needs to be something that can either buy phase boots or has a way to move on its own.
Yeah.
You know, nothing clear comes to mind really. Dawnbreaker already lanes pretty well. We could see musical lanes because of that one actually. So that's the thing that wouldn't surprise me. You know, the hero that comes to mind is the one that you hate, Rob. That is a great hero against the Nature's Prophet. It's a troll. But against the Virtus.pro lineup, with what Navi have, I'm not sure that I would want to play a troll.
25% win rate in Eastern Europe over 4 games on the troll. The troll is garbage. It is the worst carry hero in the game, and it should just never be considered, because if you pick up this hero, you may as well just give the game over to the other team. It is awful, terrible, and do not pick it. Do not pick it in your pubs. It is terrible. It is awful. Don't do it. No, don't. No.
Do it if it's Rob on the ROBBNROLL on the other side, and you pick it so Rob can win. Now
give me the free win. That hero is god awful, and I'm sick of seeing it.
We only saw it 4 times, and the last time we saw him, it won, so it looked pretty solid.
Not in pro matches. No, I'm not sick of seeing it in pro matches. I'm sick of seeing it on my team in the pubs.
Okay, so it is a phase boots hero. It is a hero that can burst people down. I think that's what Navi were missing out. So this is fine. I like it. The thing only is you don't have any vision heroes on Navi. You're not gonna have too many towers, but that doesn't matter. As soon as someone shows to push a tower, if you get to that point where you have a blink on the Ursa, you can jump and bring them down. But 4 staffs, man, there's gonna be so many in this game. People are gonna be flying around.
Yeah, it is going to be a case of pinballs coming out here from both sides. Celestial Hammers flying around as well. You've got Prophets being able to, or the Bushwhacks coming out. Clockwork with the. Um, do you go for a 4-staff on the Clockwork, or are you going to be looking for more of the Jetpack? Because they're both about the same cost, but does it just matter like when the items coming out for the Clockwork?
Probably force.
You may now
go for
select
that.
your heroes.
They go for the DP. This puts the DP in the off lane most likely. And again,
Yeah.
Navi don't have a lot of burst, and Ursa in the lane, he can't do well with the DP. I'd rather see, Malady on the Snapfire. I like that. I think if you put Sweden strong on the Snapfire and make sure that Laze has a better lane in terms of kill potential, the Dirsa is going to suffer. Now at least this Death Prophet is going to have to think twice before going aggressively, because there is a chance that the Ursa and the Snapfire can kill you. So I like this. I think it is smart from Navi.
Yeah, and they are actually going to be putting up the Nature's Prophet in the safe lane up against the Dawnbreaker in the off lane. So even with Sweden Strong, even if it's not going to be the Snapfire, you're still going to have the Fade Bolt flying through the treants as well, being able to reduce the damage, on the Nature's Prophet himself. So I would like to see in this lane, earlier on, around level 3 or level 4, them just really get aggressive against the Nature's Prophet.
This is a tough one to call, Rob. I'm looking at the heroes, and it's just two completely different lineups, but Navi has all the tools to deal with Virtus.pro for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick think about who we think's actually going to win this game, but you guys, there is going to be a quick word from our sponsors, so while we ponder, you'll be able to watch this from EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Okay, Hurry, after that quick break, do you have a team in mind that you think's going to take it? Are you backing one over the other?
I will back one up because we're manly here. I'm not gonna be chickening out from giving my prediction there to our lovely viewers. I'm gonna go for Virtus.pro. There's two reasons. One, it is Navi doesn't have a vision hero, and the lanes are constantly gonna go towards you, right? So it's gonna be Virtus.pro that are gonna be choosing the battles, basically, or that's how it should go. The other reason is that Virtus.pro have been looking like the faster team, and Navi has been known to slow down. If Navi doesn't move a lot around the map with their heroes to kind of alleviate the pressure, or at least make Virtus.pro wonder where they are, Virtus.pro are gonna choke them, right? Completely take everything off the map, and Navi won't have anywhere to farm. So those are the two reasons I favor Virtus.pro here.
I'm going to back Virtus.pro because they've won more matches. And, I've got the simple reasoning like that. I'm a play-by-play. I don't need to be given all these in-depth reasons and, this, that, and the other. Just, they've won more matches, so they're my favorite.
Yeah. And to be honest, Rob, that's the smartest way if you want to predict more victories. Not really looking at the draft, but looking at the teams, especially when there are some discrepancies in skill. And in Eastern Europe, we have seen it. We have seen some teams just be straight up better than the others, and it would be very hard to see them lose a series. Here, though, I don't think that's the case. Virtus.pro has looked impressive sometimes, but there were times where they would drop the ball, and I think that Navi, if they find their best gameplay, they have a good shot.
Yeah,
The battle
and we'll see the
begins.
contest coming through onto Nicky Cool in the river here. He's going to be actually forced away from the rune, so he doesn't pick it up. Sayush gets that away from him. The Split Earth as well as the threat. Did Sayush... He didn't actually scale anything up, but the Split Earth was enough to push the Primal Beast away from that rune.
Yep, Nicky Cool is not going to be getting that rune. He understood he doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage with these fat heroes. If they smack you down early on, you're never going to get back up to full.
I'm interested to see what the Clockwork's going to do in this lane up against Laze and Sweden Strong, because, Sweden Strong is going to be going for the Fade Bolt. Automatically you pick that up at level 1. Don't really go for the Telekinesis ever as the Rubik, but when that level 2 does come out, he has that Telekinesis to Callus. How effective is he going to be, especially because he doesn't have his boots yet as this clockworker, you're getting on top and harassing down with the battery assault.
It's all about trying to trade the regen as your carry farms. That's your job as a clockwork in any lane. In some lanes you're going to be a bit stronger, in some you're going to be a bit weaker. But basically that's your job. Go in, and when you see you're going to take a lot of damage, you get out, you heal up, and you go again.
Okay, okay. Top lane as well, we can see Sayush this time, he's actually skilled up onto the Acorn shot, so no bushwhacks to come out straight away. V-Tune not really going to be running heroes down straight away as well, so the harass damage that comes out. Whose voice lines are these?
UD was one.
Yeah, is it a team? Is it other caster voice lines? Okay.
It's a team. It's a team. Southeast Asia, Division 2, I think.
Right, okay. Just because it seems to be the most popular voice lines. You know, they've won the voice line meta, that's it. Bottom lane, there's good the cogs being dropped here. The damage, two of them trapped inside of it. Clear trying to do right-click damage outside of it now as well. But telekinesis, Dukalis, even with the battery assault, it's still going to be taking a lot of damage. But Lays, with that battery assault going, couldn't get off the Starbreaker.
Dire's courier has been killed.
That's it. That's what the clockwork wants to do. Just be super annoying. That's your job. If you survive like that, it's great.
And yeah, I guess that's all he needs to do is just step in. Even without the boots, he's got a lot of regen. He started off with 6 tangos and a salve. Doesn't have any mangoes. They might be coming out on the courier. It's actually going to be the stick coming out, but so yeah, he's not going to be able to go in with another battery assault if he wants to with the cogs. But just to be a pain in the ass, he's job done already.
I mean, the Nature's Prophet isn't farming all that well. You know, he is doing well in the lane. He's not losing it, but it's not like Dukalis has made it like super easy for his teammates. So overall, you know, it's so far so good. Considering that the Dawnbreaker can be quite nasty against the Nature's Prophet, you're happy for now.
Yeah, mid lane we can see, you know, the farm, it's going quite even, but the top lane, do they actually get onto V-Tune? I mean, V-Tune's got to be careful about this bushwhack coming out close to the trees. The ward would have seen Sayush moving back over that way anyway. So yeah, there's just the backup from the Ursa, and he doesn't want to be controlled by this Spirit Siphon coming out. Only level 1 on that Spirit Siphon, but I assume Death Prophet level 3 goes for that second point, and there it is. It's coming out. So yeah, Ursa moving himself away. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, Krilliat, he's actually standing underneath that tier 1 tower. He's not able to get close to the creeps, just trying to use the treants to maybe drag them back in. But yeah, Clockwork, what can he do now? He has that stick out. He's got himself a couple of tangos. Doesn't matter. Top lane, they get the first blood onto V-Tune.
This is, I mean, when I see the Death Prophet with a 2 points in Spirit Siphon over the Crypt Swarm against a hero like an Ursa who you want to harass, it just goes to show how stupidly powerful this spell is. Like, it is so powerful, especially from level 1 to level 2. And you can't die, and you do just huge amounts of damage. It's insane.
Yeah. Mid lane, Nicky Cool trying to run down onto Squadix. Squadix going to be out of mana now as well. The tip comes out from his... from the Clockwork here. Nicky Cool not able to run down onto the Lesh. So Squadix just looking for that water rune. He's going to be pretty fine. He was out of mana. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, again, it looks like Sweden Strong just able to dictate the tempo here with the pulls across, even with the treants moving in. This lane still pushing towards the Dire Tower.
Krillat was being very passive on the bottom lane until he got the boots. He understands that he can be ran down quite easily. Now with the boots, you know, he can get a little bit closer to the creeps. But this lane, at this point now, it is very tough because the Dawnbreaker at some point starts dishing out massive amounts of damage. And that is pretty much around level 3.
Yeah, and we can see now that Squadix, he's finding that farm in the mid lane up against the Primal Beast. In terms of net worth, he's sitting about 300 gold ahead, so this could be nice, especially if Primal Beast wants to move himself away, which he does going into the jungle here. And even Maldi's going to be chasing down to Sayush. Sayush, though, just going to play ring around the trees, and he might even be able to turn it back around. Scatterblast comes out. Sayush, though, bushwhack. He's level 2 onto that there as well, so there is going to be some harass. Just making sure he got that camp block off, and Maldi not going to be able to pull through here and help the Ursa out.
Overall, you know, when we didn't talk much about the mid lane, but the Primal Beast is doing well in CS, but it's only because of the jungle creeps. This time around, the Lesh did well, you know, and it's normal. Lesh does usually do well against melee heroes. You stun them, you get a few denies. You can't kill him, but you can be super annoying and just get a little bit more farm than your counterpart.
And what does Squadix want to be building into? Is it just straight? It is just straight into the Bloodstone, it looks like here, for the Lesh. How does Primal Beast try and contest onto this?
It's just Primal Beast things. You try to get your levels as fast as possible, and then you're going towards the BKB whenever there's a fight. You go in because you know that the damage output of the enemies just isn't that high. He's probably gonna try to be aggressive just before the enemy supports get to level 6s. So, you know, minute 8, minute 10, 11.
Malady moved down to match the moves of South just to try and secure that rune. He does take it himself, means that it doesn't go the way of Nicky Cool, even though, I mean, Nicky Cool has that bottle up. So he has 2 charges left in that, but yeah, the Bushwhack didn't connect, and Malady was able to pick up the regen rune.
He'll get that one. Doesn't get his mana back full, but it's still fine. You know, none of the mid laners would have done, I don't know how well with that one. It would still be used to farm. Actually, for the Lesh, it could be used to farm quite a lot, but he doesn't have too many stacks. So, you know, overall, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to go to the boats, the bounty rune as well. Top lane, and they're putting pressure on. There's going to be the TP. They take down the Snapfire. Can they go for more? V-Tune, yeah. Spirit Siphon comes out. Krilliat is chasing now as well. Where's that Sprout? He's not going to be able to get in range with the Bushwhack. They close the gap and noticed the TP up from Krilliat, and now they're going to be able to put pressure onto this tier 1 tower. Level 6 for the Death Prophet. Does he want to go for that Exorcism?
Yeah. He might want... No, he doesn't need it. He actually does not need it for the tower. They have a Siege Creep. They have an Aegis Prophet. This tower is gone. Okay, they're bringing in Heroes Navi. They're like, you're gonna have to use those spells, Virtus.pro, if you want it. But is that really the case?
Yeah, it looks like they're putting Ursa into the mid lane because they know the rotation came off. So Lesh, if he wants to contest, could be in trouble as the supports, you know, Krilliat's up in the top lane there as well. V-Tune just looking to find the free farm, the Squadix looking for the trade, and they didn't actually pop the Exorcism, didn't even skill it up, to be honest, on the Death Prophet. And now Nicky Cool's going to be the hero up here, but if he comes in with that Bushwhack, it does connect, and the Spirit Siphon's going now as well. The Acorn Shot's going to bounce around. Nicky Cool's going to be in trouble, has to move himself back for fear of being picked off.
No burst damage for the Death Prophet. This hero doesn't die. Just get the hell away from her. Like, that's what you want to do. You see the Death Prophet, go somewhere else and kill someone else, especially because the enemies can connect.
Well, the cookie comes out, they might be able to get the jump onto the Lesh in the river. Scatterblast being used now as well, but Sayush and Squadix has the bolt charges, he has another Tango, has that wand, he's looking pretty good. Blockwork might not be so lucky. The Callus, can he walk himself away with a chase out from V-Tune, even with the Cogs switching out? Sayush is going to try and come in, the Bushwhack though, he's going to be turned away. And yeah, I think even DeCallus planted a tree. The Nicky Cool, he doesn't get the kill. He's not going to be able to secure the kill, and this might cost him his life. He's going to be revealed. The Squadix gets the kill. He's going for a little bit more, but the Fade Ball might dissuade him from pushing in. But, I mean, he was going to go down anyway. He doesn't confirm the kill onto DeCallus.
Yeah, definitely not looking good for Navi. It's looking horrendous, actually. They don't have a play on the map currently. Okay, now when they have the Dawnbreaker ulti, they might be able to make something happen. But these are their timings. This is where the Primal Beast should be taking some kills, and he actually dies. It's a big hit to Navi.
Yeah, mid lane, Sweden Strong, trying to do what he can with the telekinesis and the fadeable onto Lesh. But Squadix just able to move himself away. A decent amount of health. He's got himself the point boosting now as well. So he's going to have himself over 1,000 health, and he's not going to be looking too bad as well as he gets the bottle. Again, mana boots available, not too far off going straight into that Bloodstone, you know, in terms of Leshrac farm.
And that's going to be another hero that's going to be hard to burst down Navi. They have this Ursa, but he needs to have those items to be able to take him down. And the towers are going to start falling very, very fast. There's no treants like there were in the previous game. Every single chip damage on the tower is going to count as the game progresses. And VP are getting their first round of items because, yeah, they're just that far ahead. When you look at the net worth chart, it's obvious that Virtus.pro have crushed the early game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw the Ursa farm in the jungle there for a little bit. He wants to go towards that battle period. 10 minutes in though, and he's only a couple of pieces top lane. It's good for dive. The Pulverize comes out to at least get the kill onto Sayush. But the tier 1 tower is gone. And now this is going to be the Exorcism being popped in the mid lane. That's a fresh Exorcism here coming out to go into the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Sweden Strong trying to contest into this, but Navi just can't fight into this Exorcism. They don't have the items and they don't have the timing.
Yeah, Virtus.pro are constantly poking in the mid lane, seeing what's happening, and as soon as they see heroes in the top lane hunting the Hoodwink, you just go straight up for that tower because you know there's not going to be a response from Navi. There's nothing they can do, even with the Dawnbreaker ulti, because there isn't a single hero in position the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to use to do anything about it. So Virtus.pro, they're just pressuring Navi. You know, they might give them one hero here, have a kill, but they're going to take much more because of it.
Yeah, how do you like this for the Nature's Prophet? It's going into a Glepnir. You know, he's already got himself the double crowns. He's got that Maelstrom queued up as the next item, with the Javelin being the one that he picks up. But eventually he's going to be going towards that Glepnir. Again, extra control up against the Primal Beast, extra control up against the Ursa. And it looks like he's even favoring it over the Orcus.
That's actually nice. I like it. I mean, I think he gets it either way. Gleipnir is just way too strong right now. The range is insane. The speed is insane. But I'm surprised he gets it so early. Maybe he goes Maelstrom, BKB, and then finishes off the Gleipnir. And the crowns were just an awesome start because you already have a lot of stats, and then with the crown you have even more. Maybe that's the idea. I'm not sure if he really wants to just go straight up for the entire thing. Actually, he does.
I mean, if he's going Maelstrom and he's got the crowns anyway, what's the big investment? Stat for Wizardry and the recipe, so another 1850 gold. As Ducalis underneath this tier 1, trying to do his best. There's going to be the fortification used as well, but they might just leave Ducalis. Sacrificial Lamb, yeah, to buy some time. No, the TPs are coming in. The Cogs, he caught out. There is going to be the Mortimer Kisses coming through, but the hookshot, he connects onto him. He stops the Morty Kisses, keeps himself alive, and now they're going to be able to take down 2. Lays with the TP away. They defend the tier 1 tower. He got the angle for the hook. There was no body blocks, and he just survives.
Yeah, Clockwork is not into long-range relationships, so he just went and got all close and personal. In the end, it didn't work out, but either way, that's a beautiful fight from BP. Navi, they were aware that they had to go for plays like that because that's what their heroes are good at. But the thing is that Virtus.pro, they have such a great lead right now. This is that part of the game already where you don't ever have to show your heroes. The lanes are gonna be going towards Navi, choking them, and then whenever someone from Navi shows hookshot and the sharpshooter, a hero dies. Then go again, over and over again, until you completely break them. This is a horrendous situation for Navi, to say the least.
Yeah, at least Navi here. V-Tune is finding that free farm, so he's going to be able to get himself towards the Battle Fury in about 600 gold. But you can see that Lays, he's moving back down. He wants to maybe try and find something out here. I mean, that tier 1 tower, it is pretty close to going down. So with this creep wave, he might be able to step up and take it. And 500 health. He's actually not going to contest it himself. He's hiding around the back just in case there is any movements in. Now he will come in with the rest of the team, or at least the 2 supports, moving close to support him here in his effort to take down this tier 1. And no efforts are being made to defend this, because look at this. You've got the Death Prophet, you've got Sayush in the dire jungle, looking to maybe try and find out the Ursa. You've got Squadix moving through with, well, Sayush TPs himself down now, so he is a bit of everywhere. But they could look to get a pick off, look for those D-wards as well, coming out on the side of VP.
I'm looking at Navi, and their biggest problem now, it's not that they're losing currently, it's that their map is getting smaller and smaller. You're gonna get the Battle Fury on the Ursa, not in the greatest of timings.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have nowhere to farm. And already there's some deep wars from Virtus.pro, so they might even hunt you down.
Yeah, the smoke's coming out now. They're going to be moving through. They might even find Sweden strong smoke. It does break. The rocket flare for the reveal was that hookshot. Not underneath the tier 2 tower, it's not. Malady, though, he might step in. Hook. Oh, it's going to miss. What was stolen? It's going to be the lightning from Sweden strong. So the fade bolt with this bouncing lightning, that's kind of neat to push out the lanes.
Yep, good for Navi. They dodged that smoke, didn't lose a single hero, and they managed to push in the side lanes. Oh no! This was the way for the Ursa back in the game. They're taking the stack.
Oof. Yeah, Nicky Cool's moving himself over, trying to defend this as best he can. But look at this Squadix. And the entire squad's going to be coming into this now as well. Nature's Prophet, who wants to, the sound comes out. That was mid-pulverized now as well. What's going to be stolen? It's going to be the Spirit Siphon, but Sweden strong. Is he going to survive long enough to get a benefit out of this now as well? With the Bushwhack, they get this kill crowd, trying to go for the TP away from here, and he's not going to be able to get himself out. But even through the Enrage, V-Tune gets picked off. Malady, can he get himself away? The Bushwhack, he's trying to walk himself through the trees, but Cyrus just says, thank you very much. That's exactly what I needed. And now Notice stepping up. Malady, he's going to go back in the box.
Hey Sayush, what do you need for me to do so you can get a good stun off? You're getting into the trees. I'm just kidding. Of course, it's not like he had anywhere else to run. It was the only place he could go to. But yeah, it's just not an ideal spot to be in against the Hoodwink. If Krillad gets out with a TP there, it's a complete disaster for Navi. Even now, it's not ideal, but at least you bring down the Nature's Prophet. He was like less than half a second from getting himself out of that situation.
Yeah, so good burst on the Ursa. I think that was enough gold as well to complete the Battle of Fury. Yeah, he has that up now. So at least that's going to accelerate his farm. adds the lash on the bottom lane. Squadix just chasing away Lays from the pressure that he was trying to apply to this bottom lane.
The thing about the Battle Fury as an item is that you need the map to farm. It's not like a Midas that is just going to be a passive income either way. You still need to work for it, you know, you just have the tools to do it easier.
And you can see that Notice, Saush, and Krilliat, they're just farming through the dire part of the map, but they are forcing the Ursa into this triangle, which really isn't the most use. Like you say, if it was a hand of Midas, sure, you go into that triangle, you pick up the extra creep, you get yourself back on into the lane, but just trying to go through the triangle, the bottom lane's pushed out as well, so it's unsafe for him to push there. He doesn't have a tier 1 tower in any lane, really, so if he does get gone on, it's Nicky Cool looking to move himself away. So yeah, VTune, this map has started to kind of close further and further in on VTune.
And no, people, don't buy Midas on an Ursa. It's just a
well,
they're just
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't buy. Well, don't do it. Anyways, the the thing is, Virtus.pro, I think they could, get a little bit more aggressive in terms of pushing in the lanes. But for now, it's working out for them. The next objective that they're going to be looking at is the Roche, and I expect maybe with the next exorcism, Noticed is already going there.
And the Exorcism is going to be coming right back up. Krilliat with his Treants as well. In fact, is that the Gleipnir finished out? The recipe's coming in, yeah. So it looks like the Nature's Prophet is going to have this. If a fight breaks out, the control that they're going to have on the side of VP before these BKBs come out from the side of NAVI, there's no way that NAVI can fight into this. There's just no way.
At least not now, but they're gonna have those BKBs relatively soon, so they could in the near future be able to fight the enemies.
I like they're gonna be able to get the jump with the Primal Beast now as well. The hookshot comes in, there's extra control, and Krilliat does secure the kill onto the Primal Beast as well. On the map, if you are watching, Lays was moving up to the top lane to try and get some farm. He was walking in, and all of a sudden he sees this army of ghosts, just turns around and goes, nope, and walks himself away into the trees, hides away from the Death Prophet.
Well, those didn't look like Casper. No friendly ghosts here. These hurt for sure. But Noticed is alone on the top lane for the time being. Okay, not for long.
You say that, and then Squadix with the Boots of Travel, Aegis, you've got the TP that can come in from the Nature's Prophet as well, purely from skill. Hookshot from downtown on Dekal. Speaking about downtown, Malady is having to move himself downtown and away from this aggression coming out, and they might just try and push the creep wave again. Lays trying to cut away, but it's going to be caught out on the Gleipnir. It doesn't actually get sprouted, but the Treants are still going to be able to damage. Lays has to go for the TP because the Gleipnir was already used. Dawnbreaker able to get that TP away.
I'm surprised. I thought he was just gonna go sprout, wait a little bit, try to cancel out the TP or something along those lines, but I think Krilliat just wants him to get out of there. Yeah. Right now, what it looks like to me is that Virtus.pro feel like they have already won this game, and that if they systematically go from a tower to tower, that Navi just aren't going to have the strength to do so if we itemize correctly, and I think they're doing so quite well right now. Now it's just itemizing against the Ursa, the Evil Scepters, the Halberds, the Force Staffs. You itemize against the Ursa, and even in the ultra late game, if VTune does get the good amount of farm, you're going to have ways of dealing with him.
Yeah, and look at the concentration on Krilliat's face. He's trying to make sure he stays right in the moment, his team stay in the moment, and they're going to be able to take down this tier 2, and Navi not going to be able to contest a tier, not even going to be able to contest a tier 1s. And this
Squadix was more like, this is boring, right? Yeah, Krilliat is all in it. Like, let's go. And Squad is like, we're getting the tower now. We're now moving on to the next one. Like, can we have a more action-packed game? But this is the thing. Navi have always, every single game I think I've seen them play, they have been slow. And it's repeating again.
Yeah, bottom lane, there is going to be dive onto the Nature's Prophet in now as well. With the Solar Guardian, they might be able to get the kill onto Krilliat. Krilliat, does he go down? He will go down, but the pushback comes out. TP in from Ducalis. They're going to be able to get a trade immediately. And the hookshot, it stops the TP even through the BKB. The hookshot comes out, and Lays, he just did not go far enough. And now it's a run for his life. Squadix rotates in. Lays is out of mana. There's no way for him to get out. He gets caught out, and he gets killed off.
As soon as I said Navi play slow, like, who plays slow? They go in, they kill the Nature's Prophet, though. It does feel like it doesn't work out too well for them. They lose 2 cores for it. But Nature's Prophet, he is quite a farmed guy. Once he gets the BKB, not even this will be possible.
No, and it is going to be the next item for him after the Gleipnir. Again, really quick, just to the control that it offers. And you can see EGB here with the odds 7.5 to 1 for NAVI, and VP clear favorites with how this game is progressing.
This is still NAVI. They have the Ursa. Once Vichun gets the blink, he can be that hero that provides the first damage. You do have a lot of stuns, so you might be able to do it.
Well, the question is there going to be any towers to defend by the time he gets that blink dagger?
That is true. If all of the outer towers fall, really, then you have nowhere to rally around. Then you're always going to be smoking out on the map blindly, and it's just so easy for Virtus.pro to read any part of the map, because with the Nature's Prophet, you're always pushing the lanes in.
Yeah. And notice he's sitting, he's going to be able to put pressure, he's going to be able to take this tier 2, and like you say, that because NAVI lack that vision hero, they don't have a Beastmaster, you know, the Clockwork's on the other side, they don't have anything that can give them that heads up, and Ducalis being able to scout the map with these rocket flares, even went for the rocket flare cooldown, so what's that, 12 seconds at level 4, being able to scout to a different part of the map with the rocket, push the lanes out with that rocket, with the Nature's Prophet TPing in, Squadix with the Boots of Travel. It's really hard for NAVI to find that space, to find a platform to start a gank off from. They are going to be going for a smoke, but we'll see who they're actually going to be able to find. And Ducalis, he's the closest one. He's looking to break the smoke, and if Ducalis goes down on this Clockwork, absolutely fine for him to break the smoke, but it's actually going to be the jump in. Do they have enough to take on Squadix? The 4-staff, he still has it for the next 20 seconds, and his team can respond more to the kisses. Is this just going to be the hit and run? It's absolutely not, because there's going to be the hook shot coming through, and they're not going to be able to run from anything. The cogs get dropped. Nicky Cole with the pulverize, but they've got this chase on to the Ursa, and now the Cleansing comes towards the 3 of them. Vichun, even with the Enrage, do they have anything? Something these do. Yule Scepter, they have the control onto the burr. And the hurry furry scurry is just the fuzzy wuzzy being put on his back.
Oh man, that is he should have played dead there on VTune for sure. Anyways, that is just nasty, you know. You go for a move because you know you need control of the top part of the map to get the second Roche with your Ursa lineup, and you just get absolutely decimated. You find a hero with an Aegis and you're like, let's go, and yeah, it's not gonna work out too well.
And this is going to be 23 minutes in, a lane of rocks. They do have the fortification on the side of NAVI if they want to do that, because the tier 3 tower, that was the first one to go down. But it looks like VP, they just popped the exorcism. It's coming to a close. Don't overextend. Not sure if the burr has the buyback or not, so they just get themselves away.
And they don't have to, right? It's systematically going from objective to objective. They know they're going to be winning that way. VP want to get at a point where Hellraisers are at least shaking when it comes to the series they're going to be playing against Darkside later on. Because if they win this one, and it's going to be it's going to be a problem for Hellraisers. They're not going to be coming into that series like, we're going to the major anyways, who the hell cares? It's going to be it's definitely going to be in the back of their minds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can see that NAVI, again, this map, they've got that triangle available to them, but it's even going to be scouted out by the Treants. So they've got 3 cores, and really the Rubik that wants to be finding a shard. They have half a lane to do it between the 4 of them.
It's just, you know, when you look at Virtus.pro, even if they wouldn't have the control of the map they have right now, with the heroes they have, they push in all 3 lanes and then use a rocket in the enemy triangle. They don't see anyone there. They pretty much can pinpoint exactly where their enemies are, even though they don't see them. And with this kind of a lead, I think they always have a clear idea where their enemies are, thus the smoke now and the hunting of the enemies.
They're going to be able to find Vichun. They need to create space with Ducalis. Cyrus, move! Cyrus, move! Okay, they're going to be able to get the kill onto Malady, but Vichun trying to get himself away, and Rage goes. And Cyrus maybe just trying to buy time for Vichun, because Ducalis is looking for that hook. He's going to be able to get it now. He gets that gap closed. The kill. Jordan, Cyrus will take it down with the sharpshooter.
I'd say Vichun has been pretty good at not using resources too much when he's running away in this game. I remember even at the start of the game, he is running away and he's waiting for the bushwhack and then to use the earth shock, because he knows that the bushwhack will take him back. In 0% of situations, it has saved his life, but at least now he didn't use the BKB. He understands they pop the BKB, and the Clockwork still uses the hook shot, and I die. So I'm just gonna accept my death and try to delay it for as long as possible. Of course, yeah, in these kind of situations, it doesn't change anything, but those are some little plays that in games that were different might actually change something.
I would have loved to have access to the VP comms there, chasing down that Ursa, and Cyrus just standing in front of the Callis all the way. Like, just the Callis like, move, 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 you gotta get out of the way, I want my hookshot! And, you know, Cyrus was just like, I can get a bushwhack, it's fine, you know, it's chill. You don't need to use the hookshot for that. But the Callis, he eventually gets it off, and they were able to get the lockdown onto the Ursa for that kill.
I would more likely see it like, haha, he's dead, he can't get away, look at him. He's trying to live, he's begging for his life. Yeah, that's how I would envision it. But Navi, they're in a smoke. I think if they lose the fight now, it's just GG time.
Yeah, we can take a look at the buybacks. There is not a lot of them. The hookshot comes through now as well. They've got the trap onto the cogs. So the Guardian's going to be used sharpshooter. It doesn't actually connect. Fly through in multiple cases. Are going to be raining down, but it looks like Death Prophet with the Exorcism. What was stolen? It's going to be the Spirit Siphon here now for Sweden Strong. Doesn't get that Exorcism yet again. Notice wants to carry on going in. They get the kill onto Malady. They're even going to be able to get the damage onto Nicky Cool. Nicky Cool, he tries to get himself away with the Onslaught using that BKB, but the Exorcism ghosts. They're going to connect here. It looks like they fly just short. And Nicky Cool, that's not your base. Nicky Cool trying to get himself away, has that Onslaught in 5 seconds. It doesn't matter. Notice gets the kill, and they're even going to be able to go in a little bit further on. That Exorcism will be wearing off, but Krilliat has the double damage rune, he has his Treants, and he has a Sprout available to him if he wants to pop more. They should be able to go into this tier 3.
Nicky Cool moves there in that fight, you know, at least it took a long time for them to kill him, but in the end, the difference is just way too big. I even expected Navi to just call GG when they started, you know, buybacking on the Rubik to just come forward and fight, but they want to try to go with the Basher. Not going to be happening. Ursa needs to go in and fight.
Yeah, and this is going to be a second lane for Axel. Looks like. Notice they back themselves away. I mean, the big man's back in his pit. So it looks like Krilliat's going to try and split push out this bottom lane. Maybe just pop the Treants. You know, he's not level 25 just yet, so he doesn't have that teleportation cooldown removal. But he can just use the TP scroll to get towards a tier 1. Any tier 1. You know, a tier 1 of his choosing. And go to the Roshan pit if he wants to with the rest of his team.
Navi has 4 kills and you're talking about level 25 the Nature's Prophet. You know, it will be demoralizing for them for sure. But yeah, they're going for a smoke. They know if we don't get the second road, the game is over. So let's see. Maybe this time around it works.
Yeah, this seems like it is going to be Butch and Sundance time here for Navi. And, well, they get a kill onto the Ducalis. So maybe, you know, they can get something more, but it doesn't matter. They're already trying to run themselves away. Hookshot comes in, it stops the pulverize. Glemny's going to be there onto Vichu now as well. They have the lockdown, they're trying to get it onto Krilliat. He pops that BKB, turning it onto Vichu, and Vichu with the right clicks. They do get the kill, but SquadX, he's going to be cleaning up, and now the bushwhack. They take down Malady, and it's just going to be, if the Ursa wants to buy back, he's going to be the only one that can do it. And Nicky Cool, he's dead. The ultra kill for SquadX, the godlike spree. Come on, give it to him. SquadX trying to chase down. Does he have the damage to take it? It doesn't matter, the GG. And
ooh, Navi.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's no, that is the right approach. Call GG. Make sure he doesn't get the rampage. If he does, he's gonna be feeling so good about himself in the next game that you're not gonna be able to fight him. So you just make sure that he is not overhyped there.
Yeah, or maybe, you know, you give him that false sense of confidence coming into that second game with a rampage.
Yeah, false sense of confidence because you got like 6 kills in a 30-minute game and you got absolutely destroyed. So I think no amount of confidence there for SquadX would have been false.
Yeah, and coming in through this first game, really you can see you talked about it as well. The VP coming into this with the clear favorites. What can Navi do to drag it back? You know, how do they get into this mental space where they go, okay, we've lost game 1, but we can push on into game number 2 and try and take it back in our favor? You know, how do they get the?
This feels like you know, who wants to be a millionaire 15th question, because it's very hard to say. VP are looking very strong.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to have an idea of how to deal with Navi. For me, if I was Navi and if they have, you know, any kind of drive left in them to really fight in this one, if they're not saving it all for Nemiga, I would go all in on aggression, lane win, and ability to fight, you know, in the early mid game. That's what I would go for. Because unless you start snowballing, you're not gonna win against Virtus.pro. You need to make sure to break the formation. If you allow Virtus.pro to do their thing, to slow down the game to a point how they want it to evolve, then you're just gonna lose.
Yeah, and yeah, they are in the driver's seat, and again, this is the reason why they're looking at the mid top of the table here on the side of VP. the control that they offered. Krillian never really looked like he was being contested by Lays. Ducati's doing a great job with the hook shots, especially interrupting the BKB pulverize or the BKB TP away. He was holding those hook shots for when the BKBs were coming out, and he really needs to get the interrupt off. And you can see that Nicky Cool 0-7-4 in this game, to the point where he couldn't really do anything, even with that BKB, because he was just the focus, the sole target of these hook shots when these team fights started to break out.
Yeah, he's going in first, and he's dying very fast. Just no chance there. They were trying to create space for V2 this time around, though VP. They were much faster than they were.
Yeah, and that is going to be the first game, everybody, but we do have at least one more game to come in this second series, and then a full series after that. But for now, we are going to be jumping to a break, so we'll see you after this.